Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to East Central Student Parent Scheduling Night. It is January 25th and it's 6 o'clock, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully, if you were not able to join us, you're recording us and being able to see us at some other point. This evening, we're going to go through some information. We've got some scheduling stuff coming up for the fifth graders and incoming sixth and incoming seventh graders. It's hard to believe our kids are already being that middle school age. So we're going to talk a little bit about tonight are the 22-23 scheduling information. We've got some information to go through with you. A brief overview of some course offerings and where to find that information. And then what a typical schedule looks like here at East Central Middle School. Our daily schedule consists of 7 academic periods, 41-minute classes, 5-minute passing periods, and a 30-minute lunch. The last thing I bring your attention to is we actually are on an 8-period day because we have what's called an MTSS class that all students take for 20 minutes. And the purpose of that is to get them academic ready and get them caught up. So all students will take that 20-minute class period, as we'll discuss a little bit further as we move forward. As speaking of what all students take, all 6th, 7th graders will take a full year of language arts, math, social studies, science, a semester of reading. So a semester is either from August to December or January to May. And then PE is a 9 weeks. Health is for 6th grade only. And the 7th grade alternative to that is digital citizenship. That gives them, 5 full year classes. If you add all of that up, and we'll get into elective classes here in a minute of what will fulfill their other 2 periods throughout the day. 8th grade, you can see they take language arts, math, science, social studies. They do take a semester of health. We started this last year. It's been fantastic. Every student that successfully completes a high school credit health class as an 8th grader will go to their incoming high school with 1 credit at a minimum. And we'll talk about more credit opportunities here in a second. Additionally, Exploring College and Careers is one of the classes I think is very important for 8th graders as they start signing up for some of those elective classes and AP courses, which we'll talk about at East Central High School or whatever school they choose to go to. And then we have 9 weeks of PE to round that out. Apologize. 6th grade electives. So this is where the choices start coming in for your group. Basically, the key number here is 4. Okay, at the very top, you see the number 4. That's what every student needs to get to. In order to get there, you can see the numbers off to the side. Again, full year, we can consider 2 semesters. You see our semester class and then our 9-week rotation. So if you add up the 9 weeks, that's obviously going to get you 4 9 weeks, which is an entire year. So the part of this that I want to point out to you is if you take agriculture, you have to take art, facts, and engineering. So in other words, you can't take choir, music, technology, and facts because it doesn't add up to, it does not add up to 4. Okay, that 9 weeks course actually is a full year course. It's 4 periods. Please keep that in mind, and I'll explain that a little bit later. 7th grade electives. We have the full year electives and we have semesters. So we do not have 9-week courses at the 7th grade level. We have more courses this year than we've had in years past, which is great. We're expanding our curriculum. But you can see the total number of courses there for 7th grade. And as I keep going, please keep in mind this will be loaded on our website that you can go back anytime and reference. 8th grade, 4 again, band choir. We obviously have very similar elective opportunities for our 8th grade, but this is where it gets a little bit different. So any incoming 8th grader, current 7th grader, please keep this in mind. Those are our high school accredited courses for East Central Middle School next year. Those courses, you will receive 2 high school credits upon successfully completing that course, or the 1 semester classes with art, engineering, essentials, and intro to ag. Placement courses. At the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade level, we place your students. So you will automatically see that they're enrolled in math and language arts. We also offer advanced and honors, and we have a criteria that we go back through in PowerSchool and change that for you. So you don't need to worry about what class to sign them up. If you disagree with what we signed you up for, by all means, get with your guidance counselor, or you're welcome to get with our guidance counselors, and we'll get you that information. Criteria is basically teacher recommendation, classroom performance, and test scores. We're still looking at that as we continue to add NWA into the mix of placement. 6th grade scheduling form. So how do we fill this out? I'm going to minimize this screen and I'm going to go to this screen. Okay, so just quickly how you go through this. It's pretty self-explanatory. But there's a student name, there's an elementary school that you go to, please fill that out. Obviously, student name is the most important thing to us because we don't know whose it is if you turn it in. You can see the upper level section or the classes that you are automatically enrolled in. Here's a sample bell schedule. Basically, you see periods 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are taken up. All right, you can't change those. 7th and 8th period, that's where you can change. And that's what we're asking you to do. If you look down at the options, there are basically 10 separate options for a 6th grader to take. So if you're a musically inclined kid and you want to take band and you want to take show choir, that's fantastic. That's option 1. You would go up here and you would hit option 1. Okay? We also ask for 2 alternate options. So let's say you want option 1 but couldn't get into it and you got option 4 and 5. Those would be where we would choose your next classes. All right? Other than your personal name, students, the next important part is parent signature. Please, we want parents and guardians to be involved. We've asked our elementary schools not to collect those forms if mom and dad or somebody's signature is not on the bottom of this. So please make sure that you have those signatures on there, students. You know, you're approaching 6th grade and take some responsibility of getting your mom and dad involved in your scheduling process for the 6th grade year. I highlighted one more date. That's January 28th. Our guidance counselors and myself will be going out to one of the elementary schools in our corporation. We will be help scheduling those students. If you're watching this and you're outside of our corporation, please make sure and talk to a guidance counselor and they can help you through the process of what that looks like. On the back side, if this was in person, on the back side, I tell you to flip over. Over the course of a few years, we just kind of compiled some questions that are typical questions of people that ask questions during this night and maybe come up later on. So just take an opportunity to read through that. It's just a one-page quick thing. Last thing I have for you, contact information. A to Z is A to K is Mr. Mersman. L through Z is Mrs. Watkins. There's their email address. Please feel free to call them or email them at any time. Their phone number is right below that, and my email is below that. So those are the 3 contacts that you are welcome to call or email at any time that you maybe have questions about what your schedule looks like for the upcoming 6th grade school year. Okay, and we'll go back here to the present. Sorry, I went back to there it is. There's a scheduling form we just went over. All grades will submit their PowerSchool requests through PowerSchool, including our current 5th graders. Those are the dates that we're doing it. 7th grade we're taking care of today. Current 6th grade will be tomorrow. 5th grade on the 28th. And as I said on there, our counselors and myself will be out to assist teachers and students through the scheduling process. We'd like to wrap up our request on January 31st. At that time, we sit down and we go through requests and start building sections and start building the master schedule with the hopes of getting schedules back out to students somewhere around May 1st or a little bit of time right before school's out for the summer. I want to bring your attention just real fast to our website. If you go to our high school or our middle school website, and if you scroll down, there's a thing called right here, 2022-23 scheduling videos. If you click on that, all of the videos that we have are loaded on here. They're updated. You can see the scheduling sheets. So let's say you accidentally forgot yours. That's okay. It's right there. The elective videos, you can see we have quite a few electives. For instance, Mr. Snyder is our ag teacher. If you're interested in ag and do not know what ag is, please take an opportunity to view those. They're about 2 or 3 minutes long, so they're not long videos. Mrs. Moeller has 3. She's our art teacher. So please take an opportunity to look at our videos prior to signing up for classes. And the last thing I have to you, from my standpoint, might be the most important. There are the people to be in contact with as we get going throughout this scheduling process. So with that being said, I greatly appreciate your time and listening to this. By all means, reach out to us. And we will see your student with us very, very soon. Take care, everyone.